I am gonna drop the auger into the hole and we will see if she survives. Woo. There you go. That was kind of scary, but here we go, guys. Alright, you guys, welcome back to PTV Outdoors. Okay, so today we are going to be doing something a little different, and that is a 3 years review on this auger right here. So this is actually the RAZR, there it is, RAZR Synthetic Lite auger, and it comes in, this one is actually the 8-inch model, and yeah, it's been 3 years since I've had this bad guy. As you guys have seen once in a while, I've had my rough ends, as you guys see. This is a rough end for you right there. Anyways, that's because I abused this auger to the max. Okay, so over the last few years, I've had one major struggle, and that was to have my Milwaukee drill attach onto the 1/2-inch end. For whatever reason, I struggle every season, pre-season, to keep it on. I've tried the tightening it all the way and one click backwards method, and that hasn't worked. So the only way I could do it is to continuously torque on the chuck right here and make sure it's on tight, and after like about 3 holes, and every single time after each hole retightening that chuck, it stays on for the rest of the season. Only problem with that is I actually use the same drill for my adapter for putting in the screws for my ice shack. So that's the only problem, is that I have to switch between the two, and then when I do put this guy on again, it ends up falling again usually once or twice, and then eventually it just stays on. Along with that, because my auger has fell on me, and because this plate right here, the Easy View plate, stopper plate, it has like an funny angle, so if the auger falls at just the right angle, this measurement right here is actually under 8 inches, so the auger will fall into the hole. So what actually happened was the auger just happened to fall at the right angle one time, and I had probably 4 to 5 inches of the auger left to save, and luckily I grabbed it and got it out, and this is that same auger to this day. Because of that, guys, every single time that I actually used this auger, I developed a bad habit of keeping my glove close to the bottom near this shaft right here, so that in case it happened to fall, I could catch it while it was dropping and stop it from falling all the way through the hole. Now, again, that was a bad habit, and I should have knew better, because actually one day my gloves just happened to be wet, and what happened with that was, while I was doing that, my glove was close enough to a point where it actually caught onto this metal shaft, and what that did was it wrapped my whole glove around and forced my whole hand around, and actually back reversed my hand all the way around this rod. The only reason why I let go of my drill, because I was in shock at the time, I was trying to tug and pull away, was that I let go of my drill so I could free this hand to save my other hand, and that's the only reason why I released that drill. So I'm lucky that nothing's really broken. I believe I just hyperextended my fingers, so it wasn't until recently, probably like I want to say 3 weeks now, that I am now able to use my hand again and actually get a grip. Even though I don't have that much of a grip strength currently right now, I am still working on that, guys. So do not do that. So it wasn't until just recently that I saw Grease Monkey had just posted about him drilling his first few holes with this guy this year, that they actually make a new adapter for this particular auger. So I reached out to RAZR, and they responded. How did they respond? With this bad boy. So I do have a new extension for this particular auger. So what does the extension do? So the extension actually has a smaller diameter shaft along with the hole right here, so that prevents all this wobbling from happening. So it's more of like a flush tight fit, so it doesn't allow it to wobble, which is a good thing, because then you prevent all this angling difference, and so it keeps it actually at the perfect height, just like a disc would, and that prevents it from falling all the way down in the hole. Just so you guys know, it's not that I don't like this auger. I love it. I like it a lot actually. And as you guys know, I've had this for 3 years now, and finally the blades are, I noticed the blades are getting a little dull now, but that's 3 years of heavy use, guys. So yeah, guys, I love this auger. Don't get me wrong, don't shy away from buying it. It's just that I advise you guys, when you guys do buy it, make sure, I'm pretty sure the new models now have the new adapters, because mine is the older version, one of the first gens of this make, that they didn't have that tightly fit stopper plate. So don't shy away from it. I'm just saying, anyone who bought their augers early, like in the earlier 2021, 2022s, look into it and get this bad boy replaced. So aside from that, why do I love this auger so much? It is light, guys. It is comparable to those pistol bits and K-drills. I don't know the exact specs because it's been a while since I've purchased this guy, but I know one of the major things that I love about this guy is it comes with an easy take-off cover. Again, if only this cover plate had this bungee cord attached, that's one of the things that I would like differently, but other than that, it's not horrible. It's actually got an adjustable little stopper here to adjust the tension on this cover. As for the actual auger itself, the main reason why I actually like this auger a lot is because it actually has this point at the end. So what that does is that prevents you from sliding too much when you actually start your hose. And then careful guys, don't do what I just did. These blades are still fairly sharp, razor sharp. But anyways, it also has these little flanges at the end, and what those do are, they're actually like finishers, so they actually help you punch through the hole at the end, which a lot of augers kind of get hung up and stuck. These guys right there, they kind of trace a hole, a pre-made hole, and allow these blades to actually fully penetrate and bust through. So that's a plus on this on their end. When this auger, when I first purchased it, it actually had these additional wings that came with it, and I did actually have to replace 2 of them. That's because this year, when I was fishing on the Bay of Green Bay, there's a lot of sheet ice, and a lot of those sheet ice are at different levels, and that causes there to be unlevel ice underneath. So while I'm punching through those, it forces my auger to kind of turn kind of funny and not drill directly straight onto straight flush ice. And so while that was like happening, it caused these guys to actually hit those weirdly angled shelves and bust 2 of them off, because these guys are plastic. So I've already had to replace those 2, and yeah, other than that, I am impressed, guys. This is actually a real reliable auger, and that's why I continue to hang on to this guy, because I like it. Anyways, let's get that bad boy on there so I can show you guys the angle difference. Okay, so keep in mind, see how it kind of like pivots pretty bad, and that's what allows you to get the perfect angle. Like even then, like you can kind of see it's still like within that 8-inch diameter range, but then once you have it at a weird angle, suddenly you have like, that's probably like 6 inches right there, so it allows that auger to fall through. So let's get this guy replaced with this replacement part, and yeah, we'll get a more fair review on this auger. Alright guys, here it is. Packaging's kind of funny because it's pretty much a metal shaft that they just wrapped in a plastic bag, a black plastic bag, which they wrapped it fairly good. They taped it pretty well. So yeah, just first time getting a package like this. Anyways, just to be clear guys, RAZR did send me this free of charge, and they didn't make me pay for shipping. So great customer service on their end, and yeah, I appreciate it guys, especially RAZR, if you guys are watching. I appreciate you guys a lot for sending me this. Anyways guys, let's open this up and get a proper review. Alright, so right off the bat, there you go guys. There's the shaft, and there's the Easy View plate. There's this logo right there, and let's rip her up and see what's inside of it. Alright, so here's that shaft, which is nice because as you guys saw, the attachment end of mine got pretty beat up from me abusing it with my drill. So I'm going to set this guy here. So, alright. Okay, so here's actually that Easy View plate. It looks like it's exactly the same as the one that's attached, but again, that diameter hole is a lot smaller than what's on the ODI. Comes with an Allen wrench to attach it on and a screw. So another thing with the screw, guys, when I first got this auger right here, they sent me a stainless steel screw just like the one you saw here with it. This screw, actually what happened was, from the torque of the drill drilling through the ice, that actually caused this screw to snap. Like the cap of the screw snapped off, and so then what I ended up having to do was actually drill through it and get that screw out. So then they sent me this one, which is the black screw, which is actually a stronger steel screw, which to this day it has not failed on me. So that's what's currently in this auger right now. Okay, so side-by-side comparison, guys. This is the new plate. Okay, you guys see that? There is no play in between. There's like, look at it, doesn't pivot as nearly as much as the other one, okay? So that's me maximizing the pivot point there versus the old one. Compare that, guys, like significant difference. Look at that, it's almost like at least a 30 degree difference between the old one and the new one. So right away I already know this one's gonna be way more reliable. Let's compare the two screws, guys. This is the one that they sent me, and this is the new one that they sent with the kit. There is a height difference between the two. I am going to be using the old one only because this one is actually longer, and I am a true believer of the longer screw you have, the less likelihood of it backing out too far where you can't save it. So just for giggles, I'm just going to throw the shorter one on there and just see how it compares to the old one. Alright guys, so right off the bat already, sorry RAZR, this screw is actually, so it is actually, I did put it in right. Oh, you guys here quick before I get bashed. So this is where the fat end of the screw is supposed to kind of go into. So I do have it the right way. The threads are on the back side right there, and that new screw that it just fell out, it's too short and it doesn't reach all the way to those threads. So I am going to be using the old screw that they had shipped me the second shipment as a replacement screw, because otherwise the new one is not going to reach all the way to the threads on the back side. There you go, guys, new and improved. Look at it, it doesn't have as much play as the old one does. That is great. Alright guys, this is actually my first time drilling with this new stopper on. So I'm actually gonna give you guys a trial, and I'm gonna actually intentionally drop my auger into the hole and see if it survives. I am just gonna let it go. We'll see what happens there, guys. Alright guys, to begin with, I think we're actually sitting at around between 12 to 14 inches of ice in this area. Anyways, as I was saying, I am gonna drop the auger into the hole and we will see if she survives. Woo. There you go. That was kind of scary, but here we go, guys. Again, let's do it one more time. Oh yeah, just like that. Let me show you guys. Alright guys, you guys see how I landed? So part of it is actually down in the hole, and the other part is actually out. Earlier when you guys first saw me drop it down, it actually sat perfectly flush level with the ice. Just like that. That's what it looked like the first time around. And yeah, so it works, guys. Make sure you guys get that new stopper when you guys end up purchasing the RAZR. Again, I believe the newer models come with that stopper already, so you guys don't have to worry about it. It's just the ones that were actually bought around the 2021 and 2022 time period. But anyways, guys, yeah, it works. Again, guys, don't shy away from this auger just because of this plate issue that I had in the past, and they're still learning like any other company. And yeah, there's a reason why I still have this auger, and it's been 3 years now. The only thing that I have to replace on it is either I sharpen the blades or I get new ones, which they do sell on your website. So yeah, anyways guys, that'll be all for today. Again, please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope these small little modification videos like this help you guys in the long run, because clearly it is something new that I just learned and I am sharing with you guys. So yeah, till next time, peace.